Well, this morning I'm back in the hydraulic pit where I found the gold our last trip out, and this time I brought a professional with me. We're going to see if we can pull a little more gold out of here.
Where's he at? Is he meeting us here?
You're not a professional? What am I paying for? I was robbed. We're gonna do some experimenting with the different detectors today and just kind of get a feeling for how the different machines act in the same soil.
Got 2 PI machines and 1 VLF machine.
Let's go look for some gold. Okay, well, this is the area where I found gold last time I was here. Right here in this hole is I found my a little nugget right here. Now this gravel in this area is on the larger side. There's some nice boulders, but it's not the largest gravel in this area. And I'm thinking that piece of gold I found is probably as big as I'm going to get in here. And I'm pretty sure there's more gold in here. So the plan today is I'm going to have Jeff hit this with his goldmaster because it can pick up real small gold. And we want to work this area a little more, see if there's any more gold in this chunk of gravel here. This gravel is different from everything around it. That's why we want to work this spot. Okay, I have a really light target right there. Sounds like another light target right there. The SDC says there's 2 targets here. Now we'll try it with another detector. Okay, today we have the stock loop on the TDI because it can go deeper, but you're giving up smaller targets with it. Sounds like a big iron object right there. Now there's a target here, but it's only going one way, so that tells me that's a hot rock. Okay, now it's getting that target, but it's missing this lighter one. But this is getting that target a lot louder than the SDC did. I'm getting a few hot rocks, but other than that, just one target. Okay, off to the goldmaster. I now got the goldmaster VSAT. This is a very old machine, very difficult to run. It will find really small gold, but like I say, it's real difficult to run, and it's really influenced by ground mineralization. Those are the 2 downsides of this machine. Okay, well, let's see how it does. Okay, it agrees there's a chunk of iron there. Well, it's got a target right there. The other 2 have missed. It picks up that one. And it's missing that light one. So my guess is this one under this rock that the TD or the SDC got, I'm thinking that's a deep target. Now this target the other 2 missed sounds good. Okay, I think we ought to dig these up and see what they are. Okay, I think we're going to start with the VSAT's target since neither one of the other 2 detectors picked it up. We need a scoop.
I have one right here.
I forgot. You can't use your hand with a goldmaster. They're too sensitive. Okay, our target is a small piece of conglomerate, and I have gotten gold out of the conglomerate here. Okay, we'll set that aside. Okay, now we're gonna go for this one. Okay, it's in the scoop. Oh, I think I see it. And it's not gold. Little steel BB. Okay. So far, we've got a chunk of conglomerate and a steel BB. Now we're going to have to switch over to the SDC because it was the only one that got that last target. Well, I've struck out twice now, so I'm going to have Jeff dig the third one. So if nothing else, I know we're guaranteed a piece of lead. Hear it?
Yeah, it's faint.
Yeah, it's faint, but the other two didn't pick it up. He missed it. Sounds like it's there. So that means it's right in here somewhere. Aha, we're getting close.
Yeah, good spot. There's a hole. Opens up.
Oh. Got it. Finally. How come it's never the quartz? I see it. You see it? Piece of gold. It was a tough target, but looks like Jeff struck first blood here. Well, it looks like the SDC won the first round because that target the SDC picked up, it was very, very weak, but it did have a solid target. So there's a spot right behind the camera that's got a lot of busted up bedrock that they threw up there. I think while he's clearing this spot, I'm gonna go check it to see, I got some catching up to do. All right, I gotta get my rake. I think I got a nail. Just gonna have a hard time catching me now because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 nails and a staple. We ran out of targets in our last spot, plus we're getting a little too much sun there. So we did a little exploring, and this area looks really good to me. I think this pile that Jeff and I are standing on is a throw-up pile because we kind of got a ring of rocks all around us. And then I'm not sure if it's in the picture, but there's some really large rocks in here. And I like the looks of the gravel. So we're gonna give this a go, see if we can turn up. It's really hard to show rock because it just doesn't come out on the video on what I see. But this rock right here, I don't know if it's gonna show up on the video, but it's got a really nice polished surface and it's almost translucent on the surface. You can tell just by the looks, the color, and the polish of this. This is extremely heavy rock right here. Here's another rock right here. I mean, you can just tell by looking at this rock next to it. These are extremely heavy rocks. And here's a smaller one. Same thing. I mean, you can, well, you can't, but I can feel the weight of that rock. And then there's one more thing that drew my eye to this area. This rock right here, same thing. Smooth as can be, shiny, and it's obvious that this is a really heavy rock. Jeff is right on the other side, and he's got 3 targets over there. I'm going to take and dig up these two that I'm pretty sure is iron first and get those out of the way. We're going to go ahead and start down low. That way we don't have to dig our tailings more than once. Now I'm pretty sure this is an iron target. Oh, I think I just got it. Old square nail. Maybe not. I think it might have two old square nails. Okay, it is not iron. I lied. It is iron. Okay. That's target number one. Let's get target number two. And I am seeing rust. And there's our target. Another square nail. And I'm getting 2 nails per hole. Aha. Okay, that should be it. I think I might have found me a nail mine. And they turned out to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nails. But Jeff just dug up a target, and I can't remember ever finding one of these. He's got a piece of wood that's sounding off. So that's going to be kind of a curious target. Well, Jeff picked away at his piece of wood, and he's got a round ball in here. And we're just talking, how long ago was this bullet shot that it ended up in a tree that is now dead and rotted in a tailings pit? Let me show you this bullet. It's pretty cool. You can see that is definitely a bullet in a piece of wood. I gotta admit, so far I think this is the find of the day. Okay, well, I guess I gotta find a big nugget now to top this. This is the good sounding target. That target isn't as solid, so it doesn't sound as good to me. But we got one there. And one there. And Jeff is dissecting his second piece of wood. What we're gonna do is just take the top inch of dirt off so we don't have to chase targets. We'll pull that back, check it. Well, that made it a lot louder. Oh, I moved it. Well, whatever it is, we moved it. I probably got the bullet that missed the tree. Well, whatever it is, it's in my hand. And I don't see anything. Well, it's not magnetic. Got to be a BB, because I do not see a thing. Okay, it's in my hand. I can't tell if that's lead or gold. I think I got part of your bullet. Well, I got the target, but I can't tell you what it is. It almost looks like gold. Well, there's one way to find out. We got gold. Well, here's that piece of gold. The bad news is Jeff beat me again. He's got another piece of lead in the wood. 2 of them. I think we're going to take lunch since we're both on a winning note right now. Well, we made it back from lunch, and other than wanting a nap, I'm in good shape now. We left off, I just found a piece of gold. I still got another target right above it, so we're going to chase that one right now. Okay, let's see if it made a difference. Well, it's getting louder. Okay, we got it in our hand.
That's a victory in its own.
Yep. Oh, it's a part of a tap off an old, looks like part of a shoe. That's kind of different. That was definitely our target. Okay, bury this up and then we'll see if we got any more targets. I just spent way too long digging up a target that I knew was a large iron object. But to me, I dig them all for 2 reasons. Number one, you need to get the iron out of the way in case there's any gold there so you can find it. And number 2, you never know, it might be something really cool. Well, I ended up with a barrel hoop, not cool. But I also ended up with an old can, and this is old because it's got real heavy solder on the outside of the can. But I can still see paint on the can, and the can's got a bunch of gravel in it. So just for the fun of it, I'm going to pour this in my pan, pour a little bit of drinking water in there, and see if we can get it clean up enough to see if there's any gold in the gravel that's in this can. Okay, I'm going to grab the water and let's have a look. Plus I'm going to try to wash the can off, see if I can read anything. Okay, I got this can dumped out, and I want to show you something that, well, I think's really cool. Show you the inside of this can. But down on the bottom of the can, you can see the heavy soldered ring from when they soldered this can up. Then here on the outside, you can see the heavy solder. Well, I ran out of water before I got it cleaned up, so I had to steal a little bit of water from Jeff. But believe it or not, there's gold in that can. I'm really amazed on how much. Now, I washed the can off a little bit, and it looks like they've painted it blue. So now I'm wondering, did they use this can to scoop stuff out of the box or store stuff that they knew had gold in it, and the gold I found was hung up in the can? I am going to take some of the gravel around this can home and we'll pan it out, and if there's no gold in that gravel, then we know it was residual gold left in this can, and they were using this can as who knows what. But let me show you this gold. That there's quite a bit of gold, and the funny thing is it's all the same size. But I think there's even more gold in the gravel I can't get because the water is too dirty. We're back to detecting, and I got me a target right here. Sounds really good to me. Hopefully it's a bullet. Of course, I had the camera shut off and I found a piece of gold. But what I want to do,
But I had my camera running, so if you come to my channel and watch the video, you'll get to see him saying, "There's nothing in my hand."
Shameless plug. My target was a nail. I dug down and found a nail. Then when I checked the hole before I filled it in, I still had another target, and it was loud. And it turned out to be the piece of gold. More of the story is, dig all your targets. Get your iron out of the way so you can find the gold. Okay, I'm gonna go back over there, do a little more detecting. Well, we're getting ready to bail from this spot. There's another spot, 100 yards away that looked really good. I wanna go check that. But I do have my sample bag full of gravel. So this will tell us if the gold we found is in the gravel or it was left in that can. They were using that can to scoop out the box or something. So this should answer that question. Well, we moved over to this new spot and we were killing the nails. Started detecting and I found a little piece of gold. I had almost nothing but this piece of gold in my hand and I could not see it.
I saw it before he did and I was 6 feet away.
Yeah, when I got it out in the sun, then I could see the corner shine, but it's coated pretty good. I don't know how much of this piece is dirt and how much is gold, but it's a nice sized little piece. Just working on a target over here in the same spot we found this, real light target. I went off, do a little exploring. Jeff was working on this spot where we found that first piece. He moved a big boulder. When I came back, I helped him find the first target. It was a 22 bullet. Second target was a piece of gold. Let me show you. It's not the biggest piece, but it's the first piece we found. It is actually nice and pretty and looks like real gold. Now what attracted me to this spot is there's a ditch right here. And it looked to me like they were throwing gravel. You can see this area here and this area we're digging is definitely different than all the adjoining gravels. So my thought is it gets lower down where Jeff is, and so they had to fill this with dirt to keep the water from running through the gravel. And so they probably just dug out the gravel and piled it here. That's my thinking anyway. Plus there's some really big rocks, real nice heavy rocks all through this area. I think Jeff's cheating because I have not found a single piece of lead today and he's probably got a dozen.
You didn't get a piece of lead our last trip and I got,
Yeah.
what, 4 or 5?
I know, I'm just not doing good on the lead. Well, at this point, being as I'm tired, I think I'm assuming Jeff's gonna look around a little more. I'm gonna kind of take a lap in a 50-foot circle around us, see if I can find another good spot to stop and take a look-see at. I made a trip around the area, found some gravel down here a ways that looked decent. Went down there, got a bunch of nails, but I'm beat. So I'm throwing in the towel, and I'm trying to get Jeff to throw in the towel because there's no way I'm gonna catch him on lead. And if he finds one more piece of gold, we're tied. So I gotta get him out of here before he finds any more gold. So I know I'm gonna be too tired when we get back to the truck, turn the camera on, so I'll see you at the house. Back at the house, it's a few days later. Now there's a bit of a story behind that. I'll explain in a few, but I just got home from work and I've been dying to pan that gravel out. It's been driving me crazy, and today's the first day I've had a chance to do that. So before it gets any hotter, what do you say we jump outside, pan that gravel out, and then we'll cover the problem we got. Okay, I got our can that we put, we know there's gold in here, and I want to pan this first while the water's clean, and I want to do a little better job of cleaning this can out to get it all. And then when we're done with that, we'll switch over to just our bag of gravel. Okay, let's get the panning. Okay, there's our concentrate. Okay, we got her pretty clean now. Now we already know there's gold in here, but we didn't have enough water to really clean it up. There is a little bit of black sand in here, but not much. You can see we got quite a bit of gold, and it looks like it's all the same size, but there's also some just really coarse black sand. There's no fine black sand at all. Okay, now that's what was in the can. Now let's see what's in the gravel. There's another thing that's kind of really different. You can see they obviously painted this old can blue. Right in here you can see the brush marks on the can. But I'm thinking they were using this can. Okay, now there's our gravel, and it's really not bad looking gravel. Now I want to make sure we get everything wet. And we're probably going to have to change the water before we get done. A lot of quartz. Okay, well, I don't like panning blind, so at this point, I think I'm going to change this water out. I'm going to set the gravel over here on the side, and I'm going to metal detect this before I actually get rid of it all. This, I think, will be a little better. The blonde sand is really light, and the black sand looks fairly fine. Okay, see if we got any gold. I'm not seeing any gold at all. Well, after taking this out in the sunlight where I can see a little better, we have super fine black sand, and there is like a half a dozen microscopic little pieces. I mean, you couldn't even pick them up with tweezers, they're so small. But what we do know, no gold in the gravel that we sampled, but there was gold in that can, so my theory is they were using that can to store their gold or to scoop out the box or something to that effect. Okay, well, what do you say we head back inside and do our way out? I got that gold that we panned out of the can. I got it cleaned and dried, and then the pieces we found all sitting over by the scale. So what do you say we check our weights? Yeah, we did. Okay, let's weigh our largest piece first. Oh, almost a gram. Okay, throw the other two on here. 0.93, let's add our fines. Oh, almost 2 grams, 1.99 grams. 2 grams of gold, I'm okay with that. Now, the bit of a problem we got, the conglomerate that we found, we can't find it. We have looked everywhere. So we went over the footage, and best we can tell, the last place we got a picture of it is sitting on Jeff's pack. And we're thinking it was getting hot, and we were wanting to move to the other spot, and I think what happened is we just grabbed everything, took off, and that piece of conglomerate sitting on the ground, right where the packs were. Now, we got a pretty good idea where that is. So I'm thinking our next video, gonna be a treasure hunting video. We're gonna go up and see if we can find that piece of conglomerate again. And then several videos ago, I'll be honest with you, I can't remember when, but in that same pit, I found 2 pieces of silver that had been sliced off an old coin. And that's been intriguing me since. Now, this area where I found that, I was still getting a few targets, but it was getting late and we had to leave. I think we're going to do a lost treasure video. We're going to go up, see if we can find the conglomerate. And then once we find it, head over and see if we can find that spot where I found that silver. Give it a little better go over. See if we can find something else up there. Okay, well, this video is already way too long, so I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.